Hey guys, welcome back to General Manager Games. My name is Aaron, and this is another episode of Out of the Park Baseball 23 with the Arizona Diamondbacks. If I sound less than energetic, as I've mentioned in some of my previous stuff here over the last week or so, I'm dealing with some excess work, and I'm also dealing with a migraine currently. So if I sound unenthusiastic, that is why. But trust me, I am enthusiastic as the Diamondbacks are playing great baseball right now. 87 and 53. 17 and 9 in August. We have a 9.5 game lead over the Giants as we go into September and the postseason. A lot of big moves right at the end of last episode. We picked up Gabriel Arias back in July to kind of solidify the shortstop position for us. He's been okay, 86 OPS plus, but he's playing pretty good defensively. We made all sorts of moves to our pitching staff. We picked up Julio Robana from Pittsburgh on the 28th in exchange for Omarion Caminiti, Luis May, who was a pitcher that we had signed earlier in the offseason, and then a couple of minor leaguers, Tony Fonseca and Danny Mangana. They actually made him a second baseman. And they have him playing in the big leagues already. Interesting. We also picked up a couple of relievers, Cody Hoyer and Mitchell Stumpo, for Tanner Scott. So we sent a reliever back to San Diego, and we bring in two pitchers who are, it was a trade of old pitchers, but I felt like Hoyer and Stumpo would give us more than just Scott. So it's kind of where we are. Offensively, we have the best offense in the National League, first in runs scored. We are sixth in runs against. Our starters ERA is only seventh, so our pitching hasn't been terrific. And then defensively, we're kind of below average, but we are slugging our way to an NL West title here. So let's get through September and get to some postseason baseball, shall we? Hopefully some postseason baseball. 7-1 win right out of the gate, so that's a good one. 2 hits, 3 RBIs for Arias. Lujan with his 44th home run. I like these games. We're only giving up 1 or 2 runs. That is what I like to see. We are a very hard team to beat when we're only giving up, when we're giving up less than 3 runs in a game. And there we go, a 1-0 win. So we give up less than 3 runs a game, and we get it done. So Robina goes 5. Cody Hoyer comes in, picks up the win. Sandlin, Batista gets the save. Another game against Houston. 6-3 loss. So we're on the road now for 4 in Los Angeles against the Dodgers. Ooh, that hurts. So we win 3-1, but we lose Cody Hoyer for the rest of the regular season. In fact, we might lose him for the postseason as well. So let's take a look at the box score, and then we'll call somebody up to replace him. So Lujan with his 45th home run of the year. Phillies, 7 1/3 shutout. We got to call people up. So let's call up Mike Brown. Let's call up Morales. Call up Juan Locke. Let's call up Shabazz. May as well, right? No reason not to at this point. He's already burned the option this year, so he's been really good in AAA. 118 strikeouts in 66 innings. I'm still not ready to call up Molina. I just don't want to. His control's down to a 35. I just don't want to burn that option at this point. So this is disappointing. Truth be told, we had the number 1 pick in the draft, and this is what we came out with. Hopefully the ratings. He's still a 4.5-star pitcher, so hopefully these things turn around in the offseason. But yeah, so we'll see how that goes next year. But game 2 against the Dodgers. I'm going to leave Shabazz in the bullpen. I think here down the stretch we win 11-2. 3 hits for Lawler. Brown 4 for 5 with 6 RBIs. He is. I'm glad we didn't move him. He is a tank. He's having a great rookie season. Like that 841 OPS, almost 50 doubles on the year. We get home runs, 3 home runs from Brown. Lujan with his 46th. Florencio pitches 4 1/3 shutout. Game 3 against the Dodgers. Ooh, we lose to the Dodgers. Dodgers are bad, man. Sick bounce back with a 6-0 victory. Paulino 3 for 4. He's got his average up over 300. Given where he started this season, that is surprising, but he's having a great year. Just a great year. Buxton, homers. Robina gets the win. 4-2 with a 2.40 ERA so far with us. He's been terrific. Pena, that ERA is going the wrong direction here. It's up over 4. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. We're at home now against the Cubs. So we've got the division basically, well, not basically, we have the division locked down. So staying healthy is really all I care about at this point. An 8-4 loss. So Pena continues to struggle here down the stretch. 12-4 win. Lawler 3 for 5, 4 RBIs. Paulino 3 RBIs. Paulino homers. Lujan hits his 47th. Lawler is 22nd. Is Julio going to hit 50? Is Julio Lujan going to hit 50 home runs this year? Feliz gets the win. He's 12-9. Final game of the series against the Cubs. 6-5 win, so Stumpo's down for a couple of weeks, but we win the game again. Hopefully we can just... In fact, let's just bench him and just get that out of the way now. Bench him for a couple of weeks. He's down for 2 weeks. All right. What am I doing? Strategy. Bench player for 14 days. What do we got going on here? So, a couple of hits for Lawler, Lujan, Bailey, Arias. Garibay hits his 18th. Florencio gets the win. So Brown gets some work and doesn't pitch particularly well, but I think he'll be okay. 3-game series in San Diego. 11-7 wins. The offense is cruising right now. Lujan with 48 home runs now. Tamar Johnson homers. Paulino homers. Robina. Oh, come on. Ugh. All right. Well, hopefully he's not out that long. My guess is he is, because that's so good. Only 3 days. Because see, that's what out of the park does to me. So I'm going to lose him for 4 days. That's fine. So Mwad has four RBIs. Bailey goes 3 for 5, has that average over. Yeah, we're going to be looking for a new catcher next year, as his team option, or his player option for $5 million is undoubtedly going to get declined. Missouri goes 5. Final game of the series in San Diego as we look for our 5th straight. We get it. So we've won 5 in a row, and we are 10-3 this month. Playing some good baseball. Lawler has 3 hits. Buxton drives in a couple. There's the start from Pena we were looking for. 6 innings, 1 run, 9 Ks. He picks up his 14th victory of the season. 3 games in Colorado now. Arias is out with a strained hip flexor. We got how many games left? Let's bench him for a week and see if that does anything. No reason to take any chances, right? Bench player for 7 days. All right, so we got Colorado now for 3 games. Our last 9 games are all at home. That's good. Tamar Johnson's out for 2 weeks because, of course, he is. We win 5-3, but we'll get him back by the playoffs. Feliz gets the win. Brown up over 100. We have 3 players with 100 RBIs. Look at that. Lujan 106, Brown 101, Paulino 100. Garibay, he's got an outside shot at it if he can have a hot last 8 games. Game 2 against Colorado. Miles Jansen is back. That's great. We can just put him on a rehab assignment. Game 2 against Colorado. 4-2 win. Garibay, I said he needed to get hot. He picks up 2 RBIs there. He's up to 93 RBIs now. A couple of home runs. Robina gets the win. Glad he's healthy. Final game of the series now against Colorado. We've won 8 straight. Make it 9 straight. And it's a 14-1 victory. Garibay 2 more RBIs, so he's closing in 95 RBIs. We have 7 games left, I think. Lujan with his 49th home run, 6 runs knocked in. He's got 49 home runs, 112 RBIs. Brown, just a great season, 18 and 101 for him. Florencio, 5 hitless innings for Florencio. Improves to 8 and 6. 3 games now against the Twins. Five 3 victories, so we just keep on winning. Lawler, couple of RBIs. Pena, 2 earned runs, 8 strikeouts. So he's settled down a little bit. See if we can keep winning here. We do. We win 7-6. Garibay at 97 RBIs, so he needs 3 RBIs in his last 4 games to give us 4 players with 100 RBIs. Lujan needs 1 home run for 50. Ibarra goes 4 for 4. Bailey and Paulino each homer. Mazur pitches poorly, but the bullpen comes back and finishes it. Final game of the series against Minnesota. 7-5 win. Garibay still sitting on 97. Lujan still sitting on 49. Bailey 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Lawler 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Paulino with 2 hits. Lawler hits his 23rd. Belize picks up his 14th victory of the season. Final game of the series at home against San Francisco. 5-4 win. We're up to 104 victories on the season. Garibay still stuck at 97. Lujan still stuck at 49. Brown with a 3-run homer. Paulino, couple hits, couple RBIs. Robina was 4 1/3. Shabazz gets the win, striking out 8 in 2 2/3 innings. That's crazy. All right. 2 games remaining. Can we stay healthy? That's my only concern here. We win 12 games in a row and then lose this game 10-3. Do we get a home run from Lujan? Still stuck on 49. Garibay still stuck on 97. So Garibay needs 3 RBIs and they need a home run from Lujan here in the final game of the regular season. And we don't get it, I don't think. Lujan did win the home run crown. Garibay 2 hits, 1 RBI. Lujan does a pinch hit 2-run home run in the 9th inning, giving him 50 on the season. Let's go. So we have 3 guys with 100 RBIs, Garibay with 98, Lawler with 90. Our offense was good this season. So that's it for the regular season. We finished 104-58. So we will be going to the postseason here, and we will do the postseason in just a minute. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Playoffs. Yeah, it's playoff time. So they took out, really, game decided that it wanted to take out my cleanup hitter here before we go to the postseason. Really, game. Jandel Paulino isn't on my postseason roster. That's the decision you guys made. This game sometimes, guys, I love it. It's my favorite game in the world of all time, but sometimes it just does some dumb things. Put Paulino back in there. All right, we get Johnson back in 5 days, so we will have him for our playoff series. So Julio Lujan with just an absolutely incredible season: 276, 349, 594, 943 OPS, and his BABIP was actually low. Imagine if that BABIP was closer to 300 the year he would have had. Nearly 6.5 WAR, 50 home runs, 115 runs knocked in. Paulino with another great season for us. Started out really rough too. You remember the start he got off to in April, 13 for 97 or 20 for 97 to start the season. Didn't play much in May. Suffered an injury. Came back from the injury and was just absolutely dynamic the last 4 months of the season. Jordan Lawler had a great year. Nearly 4 wins. Did not expect that out of Jordan. Above average at third base, so he gave us everything we could have wanted. Same with Patrick Bailey. 6 WAR in his third seasons with us. He's clearly going to opt out of that deal. $5 million, I think, his extension demands are like 20, $18 million for 6 years. So we will need a new catcher, but he was phenomenal for us for 2 seasons. Johnson with another good year for us, stole 24 bases. Garibay, down season for him in that he only hit 22 home runs, drove in 98, walked 114 times. On base percentage was a little light. Everything was down a little bit for him this year, but it was the worst season of his career, really. So I expect him to bounce back. Jason Brown, if Garibay doesn't bounce back, we got Jason Brown ready to go, man. 19 home runs, 105 RBIs, and National League leading 50 doubles. Arias was okay with us as with the bat, with the glove. He was above average, which is better than what we were getting, so I'm happy there. Buxton didn't play that much, but still gave us 1.5 WAR in 84 games. Still played a very good center field, so still like what we're getting out of Byron. And then our bench was our bench. From a pitching perspective, Pena, great season. First season with us, 15-7, 257 Ks in 181 innings, 5.5 WAR, 109 ERA plus, 12.8 Ks per 9. He was terrific. Felice with another great season for us. He's now 34-17 in 2 seasons in Arizona. Another 200 strikeout season, another 4.5 WAR. Robina, I hope we can bring him back. I would love my rotation next year to be Pena, Feliz, Robina, Shabazz, and what's his name? And Molina. Like, those are, like, that's what I'm hoping as a starting rotation next season. Now, that being said, if it's not, and we have to bring back Adrian Florencio, I'm totally fine with that. I'd rather have Florencio in the bullpen just because of his stamina, but he's been fine. He's given us about 5 innings a start, slightly below average, but 2.5 WAR. I mean, he's been good. Batista saved 40 games this year. FIP lower than his ERA, so it looks like he pitched okay. Stumpo was fine with us, 19 strikeouts in 15 2/3 innings. Gunnar Meyer pitched in 70 games. Amarillo, we brought him in to be a starter, and he was actually dominant as a reliever. 28 games, 41 innings, 24 hits, 59 strikeouts, a .88 ERA as a reliever. Mazur wasn't particularly good. We will be looking to, sorry about the squeaky chair, we will be looking to move him in the offseason with his contract sitting at $12 million next year, followed by 15 and 17. That's money that we can use elsewhere. And the rest of our bullpen was fine. I'm excited about Shabazz next season in the starting rotation, especially as this control we suspect improves. He'll be one of our starters next season. So I'm looking forward to that. So let's go ahead and see who we're going to be playing. We're taking on either the Braves or the Giants in the division series. So we finished 104-58. That was our first 100-win season, right? I think. 104-58. Our best record by far, by 11 games. Is our first division title, actually, as well. So, let's see how it goes. Usually things don't go well when you win the division. You finish with the best record in the league. You tend to get curb stomped, if you will, in the postseason. So we'll see what happens, taking on the Giants or the Braves. Looks like we're going to be taking on San Francisco. So 104-58. We have Johnson back, so we're good there. Giants finished 14 games behind us. Let's take a look at San Francisco. Middle of the pack offense. Very good bullpen. Starting rotation is just okay. And it's a series we should win. Whether or not we will remains to be seen, but it's a series we should win. So, nothing really. Joey Gallo and Pete Alonso, a couple of older bats in the middle of their lineup. They had a good catcher in Juan Perez I like, but we should win this series. Should. let's set our rotation really quickly. So we're going to go Feliz, Pena, Robina, Florencio, and Mazur will be a long relief / emergency starting pitcher. I'm not going to mess with the bullpen at all. It's been working the way we've been doing it, so we're going to keep it the way it is. And we're going to go. So game 1, Max Fried and Ignacio Feliz goes to the Giants. They beat us 12-10. Of course they do. Paulino goes 2 for 4, 3 RBIs. Bailey with 3 RBIs. Joey Gallo has 4 RBIs. Feliz, Stumpo, and Meyer all get steamrolled. All right, well, sure, if you say so. Game 2, they got Mitch Spence, we got Robinson Pena, and we tie the series at 1. We win 5-4. We jump out to a 4-0 lead and hold on for dear life. Lawler with a couple of RBIs, Garibay with a couple of RBIs, Lujan 2 hits, Pena goes 7, and we win. So we don't have home field. So we are going to have to take one of these 2 games in San Francisco in order to make sure we get back to Arizona for Game 5, Robina against Williamson. We win 4-0, so Robina comes in and locks it down. Paulino 2 hits, Bailey 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Robina goes 5 2/3. Stumpo comes in and redeems himself after Game 1, and Batista pitches well. So we're up 2-1. We need one more win here to advance to the National League Championship Series. We're sending Florencio. They're sending Mitch Spence. Series tied at 2. They beat us 4-3. Paulino with 3 hits. Brown 2 hits and an RBI. Gallo with 7 RBIs in 4 games so far. All right, well, this is why we pay these guys the big bucks. Max Fried, Ignacio Feliz, Game 5 in Arizona to see who advances to the League Championship Series. It's our guy, Ignacio Feliz. It lit up in that first game, and we win the series. We win the game 6-1. We win the series 3-2. Jordan Lawler with 3 runs knocked in. Brown with 3 hits. Feliz 6 shutout innings, rebounds nicely, and we do indeed advance to the National League Championship Series. We're going to be taking on the Chicago Cubs in the NLCS. Let's take a look at the Cubs. They finished 99-63. They won their division. Look at that offense. Look at all those home runs. Alcantara hits 40. Carrillo hits 42. Preciado hits 36. Weimer hits 33. Endy Rodriguez batting 8th at 20. They hit 256 home runs. But we should be able to get to their pitching staff. It's good. I don't think it's great, but it's good. So, I mean, they're without Trevor Rogers. They're without Jose Webster. So they're without 2 of their best starters. So I don't know. It's a good team. It's a good team we're facing here. So let's just get to it, shall we? So it's going to be Robinson Pena against Bryce Armstrong in Game 1 for a chance to go to the World Series. And Arizona takes a 1-0 series lead. We walk it off on a 3-run home run by Julio Lujan. The man, the myth, the legend, Julio Lujan with the walk-off 3-run homer in the 9th inning. Pena only goes 4 2/3. Mazur comes in, actually does a nice job. But we get the walk-off winner in Game 1. Game 2, Sixto Sanchez against Julio Robina. Series is now tied at 1. They beat us 9-4. Preciado 4 hits. Look at that, 16 hits for them. Johnson, Lawler, Garibay, each with 2. Robina, bullpen doesn't do a good job there. So, all right, well, we take 1 out of 2 at home. So much like in the last series, we do have to win a road game here in order to advance now. Florencio against Kelly, or Feliz against Kelly here in Game 3. Diamondbacks take a 2-1 lead. We win 9-7. Paulino 2 for 4, 4 RBIs. Buxton only hitting a $188 in this postseason, but goes 3 for 5 in this one. Bailey drives in 3. Feliz gives up 4 hits, 4 runs, and 5 2/3, but that's enough for the victory, and we retake home field advantage. Game 4, Adrian Florencio against Bradford Depperman. We take a 3-1 series lead with a 6-3 victory. Byron Buxton, 4 for 5, 3 RBIs, has that average up to 270 now. Jordan Lawler, 2 for 5 with a run scored. Florencio with 5 innings of 1-run baseball. Now we look to knock the Cubs out here in 5 games. If we can win this one here in Chicago, and we do. We walk all over the Cubs. We beat them in Chicago in games 3, 4, and 5. We win the series in 5. We win the game 6-2. Garibay 2 for 5, 3 runs knocked in. Pena pitches 5 shutout innings. And Jordan Lawler is your NLCS most valuable player. Time to move on. We're going to be taking on either the Yankees or the White Sox in the World Series. So we make the World Series back-to-back seasons. We're looking for back-to-back titles here. Can we repeat as we look like we're going to be taking on the New York Yankees? Let's pause. All right. Let's take a look at the American League champion New York Yankees. 92-70, which is surprising. Second best offense, second best pitching staff, only won 92 games. They got 2 play. Look at that. Alexis Rizzo, 54 home runs. Spencer Torkelson, 47 home runs for the Yankees. They had 239 home runs as a team, scored 833 runs. It doesn't look like they're missing anybody of note either. It looks like they're pretty healthy. That's a good team. Another good team to that we got to beat here in order to win our 2nd straight title. But winning in 5 games allowed us to kind of set up our pitching staff the way we wanted a little bit, which is nice. So we get Cody Hoyer back, so I want to get him on the postseason roster. Who do we pull off? And I think the answer is Shabazz. How's he done? I mean, he's done okay. Give up a couple runs here. Yeah, I think it's going to be Shabazz. Get Hoyer back in there as a middle relief / high leverage guy. And I think it's time for baseball. Game 1, Justice Sheffield, Ignacio Feliz at home goes to the Diamondbacks. We win 10-4. We hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 home runs in this one. Brown, Bailey, Lujan, Buxton, Arias, and Garibay. Brown with 3 RBIs, Lujan and Garibay each with 2. Feliz goes 6, and we are up 1-0. Game 2. Looks like Sheffield's going to be pitching Game 2. No, Shane Bieber is going to be pitching Game 2 for the Yankees against Robinson Pena. Goes to the Diamondbacks. We are up 2-0 now as we win this one 5-1. Scales with a pinch hit, 2-run double in the 8th off of Bieber. Bailey hits his 3rd home run. Looks like they left Bieber out there just a little too long, and we get to him. So we take a commanding 2-0 series lead. Series goes back to Yankee Stadium here for Game 3. Julio Robina will get the ball here in Game 3. We are up 3-0. Our starting pitching is getting it done. Julio Lujan continues to cement his legacy as one of the greatest Diamondbacks to ever put on that jersey. 2 home runs, 3 RBIs in Game 3. Paulino, 3 hits, 2 RBIs. Robina goes 4 1/3. Mitchell Stumpo gets the win. And we look for the sweep of the Yankees here, as Adrian Florencio will be on the mound against Andrew Wantz in Game 4. And we lose that one 7-6. Oh, so close. They were up 5-2 and 6-3. We just couldn't crawl back into it. Florencio pitches poorly, but that's okay. We now have our 3 best starters going in games 5, 6, and 7. Felice, Pena, and Robina going in games 5, 6, and 7. I find it hard to believe that they're going to beat us in all 3 of those. They're not even going to beat us in one of them. The Arizona Diamondbacks have won back-to-back World Series champions. We defeat the Yankees 5-4 in 10 innings. Gabriel Arias with a 3-run home run in the second. They get a grand slam from Torkelson in the fourth. We score a run in the 8th, a run in the 10th. Julio Lujan with the game-tying home run in the 8th, and we win it in 10. We are back-to-back world champions, the Arizona Diamondbacks. Let's get one more, and let's call it a dynasty, folks. Your Diamondbacks, back-to-back World Series champions, 2029, 2030. Let's go. So I'm going to pause, and we're going to get to the offseason. So we'll come back. We'll see our score. We'll see how great we are. There we go. Nice score. We are the champions, ... And it is time for another offseason. So I will be back with said offseason in just a minute. All right, we are back with offseason. And there's something special about an offseason as the defending champions. You feel like, yeah, you know, you can do no wrong. And anything you're doing is just adding to an already spectacular team. So let's take a look and see if we actually get a fan interest bump or a fan loyalty bump here with back-to-back World Series champions. KBO, anybody interesting there? Nope. Fan loyalty increases. There we go. Fine. Hey, we're up to above average. Good for us. So our bench coach retired. That's not a problem. We have a team payroll of $210 million, which gives us $18 million to spend. It'll give us more than that once we're able to trade Mazur, and I think now we can bump our ticket prices up another couple bucks. So that's good. So the fan interest only took back-to-back World Series titles for the fan interest to go from poor to below average. We knew Patrick Bailey was going to opt out. $17 million. I may just offer him the qualifying offer. If we bring him back on 1 year at $18 million, it's not the end of the world. But let's take a look. Oh, Florencio's a free agent. I think that's a no-brainer. What does Robina want? That's actually not terrible. I could sign him to a shorter term deal. Like I could lock him into like 3 years. So let's, Jones, we're going to non-tender, Drew Jones. Stumpo wants 2.2. Oops, that's not where I wanted to go. Stumpo wanted 2.2, so we can offer him 2.1. Gunnar Meyer wants 1.4. That seems like a no-brainer. Considering he pitched 80 games or whatever last year. Miles Jansen was out for most of the season. He was out for really the entire season. But I think that's some good depth to have. All right, so we got Antonio Gomez, who we need to bring back in case Bailey opts out of the contract. So he wants 3.7. Can we offer him 3.6? Or is that not enough? Oh, that's enough. Okay, cool. So we'll get him back at 3.6. And then Edison Batista. I don't know that I want to bring him back at $5.5 million. I do, however, want to go here. Here and offer all of our minor league free agents a contract. And now I want to, right off the bat, see what we can do about Mazur. If we put him and... Where is he? Batista on the block. Okay. All right. So we do have a catcher. We got Andy Rodriguez, but I don't want to pay him $19 million a year. Oh, I can't get comfortable in my chair. I don't know if anybody out there suffers from migraines, but I got a migraine yesterday and it knocked me on my ass, and it has made my body very, very sore. It's kind of one of the side effects of a really bad migraine is your body just aches afterwards. Not a lot of prospects that I am impressed with here. Nope. Yeah, not a lot there. Nope. Nobody wants to give up anything of note for these guys, which is fine, I guess. So if we go here, I mean, Moises Chase. His contract is 13 and then 19 and 19. I mean, that defeats the purpose of trading Mazur because it just takes on additional money. But yeah, I don't want to do that. Shop a player. Antoine Kelly, $42 million. He's a starter as well. 12, 14, 14. See, I don't want to just give Mazur away, but I do want to bring back something of value. Elias Arbizu. That's my phone goes off. Deal with that in a minute. Melvin Campos. I mean, he could technically be a starter. Dong Ju Moon. I mean, he's a starter, but again, $9 million. He's signed long term as well. I mean, that's not a terrible contract, really. What do we really need? I mean, that's kind of the thing here, right? Like, I mean, I hate to say it, but we're absolutely friggin' stacked. We're set at first, we're set at second, we're set at short, we're set at third. Yeah, we literally don't need any offense. Really, all we need is pitching. And ideally, we don't even really need pitching. We just need a reliever that is, yeah, I mean, I want to bring Robina back so badly. He was so good for us. So, I mean, do we just do this, check relievers, and see if we can bring in like an elite reliever for what Mazur and Batista? There really aren't any. That's the thing. At least none that are signed to short-term contracts. Yeah, that sucks. Let's come in here, find a player, pitcher. Let's bump that up to 70, this to 50, and that to 50. We're just looking for relievers. He's the number 2 prospect in baseball. We could bring Fitzstadler back. I mean, that could always be a thing. We could just re-sign Fitzstadler again. Yeah, not a lot. Look at that. There really just aren't that many. Chris Wright come over to Arizona for Edison Batista. I mean, you'll do that almost straight up. Okay. What's his ARB number? 3.2. So it's a couple $1 million less than Batista. So we'll save money right there. I mean, Wright's, well, how old is he? 32? He's not bad. Let's do it this way. Let's drop the control down to 40. I'd like that guy a whole lot better if he was like 25, 26, somewhere in there. Like that guy I like. What about Ross Watson? He's number 53 prospect. So you only want Molina or Shabazz, huh? Well, that's not going to happen. What if I added in an Adam Mazur? Yeah, look at that. There's just not much there. I mean, this saves us a couple million right off the bat. This frees up the rest of our money. And I don't know that trading these guys to a division rival is the best idea. All right, so let's... What do we got for upcoming free agents? Do we have any catchers that are worth anything? Yeah, I mean, there are catchers here. I mean, I would be fine signing an MJ Melendez or something like that. Yeah, there are a lot of catchers, so I think we let Bailey walk. And let's talk to Robina. So he wants 5 years. I don't want to give him 5 years. I'll give him 3 years. And... okay, well, that pissed him off. All right, well, let's just sim ahead. We're going to sim ahead to free agency, I think, and then we will deal with these guys at free agency when we see exactly how much money we have. So we'll come back at free agency. I'm going to hold on to Batista, hold on to Mazur until we get to free agency, and then figure out what we want to do with them at that point. So I'll be back at free agency. We will look at the awards, and then we'll move on. Be right back. All right, guys, we are back. It is a couple days before opening day, and there were a couple of moves. One of them I really liked. One of them, not so much. Sort of had buyer's remorse as soon as I pulled the trigger, but I did what I did. So, first move, and this one should come as no surprise to anybody. What would an Arizona Diamondbacks offseason be without the signing of one Fitz Stadler? We brought Mr. Stadler back to Arizona for a third time. It's another loaded deal, $11 million this year, and then 16 each of the next two that are team options. We'll obviously opt out of that and go through this process again next season. So Mr. Stadler comes to join a pitching staff that's already stacked. We've got Fitz Stadler and Nate Savino as our two main guys out of the pen, so looking forward to what we're getting there. And then we brought back Aaron Bummer. This was the one that I was sort of regretting as soon as I made it. But you see the season he put up with Minnesota last season. He was so good. The trade that we completed sent Nick Sandlin, Edgar Bin Mwad, Chase Shores, and Yahir Ortiz, along with Minnesota retaining 55% of Bummer's contract, and we get Aaron Bummer back. So we saved about $3 million when it was all said and done. So we give up Sandlin, who his ratings had started to drop, but still looked pretty good. I mean, he was good for us last season in 30 games. Bin Wad, good player, a two-way type player, was 10-1 last season. But just from an offensive perspective, We had players that were giving just as much, and defensively he wasn't very good. Chase Shores, 2.5-star reliever or a 2-star pitcher, 2-star starter rather. Got a cup of coffee with us, but never really was able to stick. And then you hear Ortiz, just a 1.5-star guy with no real future. So yeah, I wasn't crazy about this one after I pulled the trigger, but Bummer I think is better than Sandlin. And if the price for that is giving up Muad, then yeah, I guess it is what it is. So that's where we are. So it's time to set the opening day roster and get to opening day. So we have 16 pitchers on our roster. God, look at all those 4.5 and 5-star pitchers. That's crazy. All right, so Josh Ackness can go down. We got to send 2. Actually, I think we only have to send 1 more. Is it this league or the other league that has 27-man rosters? I can't remember. I think it's the other league, I think. So I think we have to send 2 people down. I could be wrong, but we'll figure it out. So Nick Hamilton will be 1. My guess is I think he's at option years. No, he's not. Okay. And I don't really want to send Brown down yet, but I think that's the best option. Obviously, he'll be the first to call. Look at this. This is just ridiculous, guys. So Feliz will be our opening day star. So we're going to go veteran, and then rookie, or prospect, I guess. So our number 3 starter will be Shabazz because he actually has big league experience. And we go with Molina, who's a little bit further developed. I think Molina got a nice jump in the offseason. You can see he went to his control went from a 35 to a 40, and his movement went from a 45 to a 50, or from a 45 to a 55. So that is nice to see there. So Feliz, Pena, Shabazz, Molina, and Marin will be our top 5 starters. I think we go with Savino as our closer and high leverage, Stadler as our stopper and high leverage. Anybody else we want to throw out there in high leverage? I think Mitchell Stumpo is probably good as a high leverage option, and I think we're probably good like that. Yeah, I'm fine with the rest of this setup. Stumpo, Bummer, and Valadez Acuna as our middle relief, and then Meyer, Fisher, and Hamarillo as our long guys. We're at 30. We got to send 3 players down. Oh, I made one other trade because I couldn't bring myself to give up Haggers because he had gotten better. He improved in the offseason. He's not very good defensively, but as a hitting / backup catcher with Melendez as our main guy, I think we'll be fine with that. So we traded. Where is he? Complete. We traded Antonio Gomez and Ahmed Smith to the Chicago White Sox. So Gomez, 2.5 stars. Contract was up after this season. I was making 3.6. So that got that money off of our salary. Again, good, decent ability, great arm, but we likely weren't to re-sign him. And Ahmed Smith, who's just a 1.5-star center fielder. And we get Tony Romo, not the Tony Romo, but a Tony Romo in return. Really solid bat, specifically against righties. Can really hit righties well. Lefties, not so much. But it gives us some depth in the minor leagues in case we need some outfield help. So yeah, we got to send 3 players down. So we're going to send Locke, Southacene for sure. Oh, I guess I can't send Southacene down. I want to leave Rincon up. Yeah, I want to leave Rincon up. I think I'm listed as a third baseman. I mean, he can play all over the diamond. I mean, look at his ratings. I mean, he can literally play anywhere. We have too many outfielders, obviously. I think Lechuga. No, I think Morales for now. Because he's the least developed at what he does, which is hitting. The other 2 are never going to hit as much, but they're pretty much fully developed as outfielders. So they're going to give us better outfield work, I guess. So if we can't send Southacene down, we send Ibarra down. Yep. So what does that leave us with? 27. All right, so I can't, again, I'm going to just submit opening day because I can't remember if it was this league or my A's league that had the 27-man rosters. It all blends together, right? And I'm actually recording this, and if I sound more energetic today, it's because I feel a whole lot better than I did yesterday when I started this video. And those migraines are rough. It took me out of commission for almost 2 full days. So I feel a whole lot better today. It is Thursday. I'm going to finish this video in the morning, get it over to Chris, and get it posted for your viewing pleasure. Yeah, so, all right. Thinks we should win it all. No surprise there. We have the number 2 prospect in baseball, Anator Marin. Good for us. What does our minor league system look like? It's probably not great. We're 3rd still, huh? Well, that's going to change quickly because we've got 2 of these guys in the big leagues, Marin and Molina. So we're going to have Zamora, DeLucas, and Medina, who's another young stud pitcher on his way up. All right, so now we can see, is there anything else I need to look at here? I don't think so. We signed a whole bunch of minor league free agents like we always do to fill in the minor leagues with some veterans in case we suffer some injuries or, frankly, we want to use them as pieces of trade deals, to be completely honest. So, all right, yeah, we do have to send one more player down. I really don't. I mean, I guess I can waive Southacene. I mean, he's not that good. Is anybody? Because we've got Ibarra in AAA who's every bit as good as Southacene. So can we get anything for Southacene? Sure, Sean Lennon. Take some pitching depth. I will make that deal. Hopefully he is. Hopefully he can go to the minors. He can. Okay, and let's make him a. Ooh. I like his ratings as a reliever, but let's make him a starter. All right, so lineups. Clear. Batting ratings. All right, so this is going to be, this isn't going to be difficult. This is going to be essentially the same lineup we had last season. We are going to move Brown up to that number 2 hole, Garibay in the 3 hole, Paulino in the 4 hole, Lujan 5th. Garibay is... Who's the better fielder? 30, 40, 40, 40. Oh, they're both terrible. Okay. So put Garibay at first. Or a DH. Doesn't really matter. Buxton will bat 6th. Lawler will bat 7th. Arias will bat 8th. And Melendez will bat 9th. Yeah, Rincon is going to back up at literally every infield position. And we'll get him some playing time. I'm going to play, every few days. A couple games a week. Haggers will come in every 5th game against righties. Scales, Lechuga. Yep, that's fine. Copy the lineup. Paste the lineup. Do we want to move I think we move Lujan. We swap Lujan and Buxton against lefties, and we have Haggers come in every 2nd game against lefties for Melendez. And then same deal, Rincon. And I think we are good to go. So we're going to get to opening day. Actually, let's look at waivers real quick. I can't imagine there's going to be anybody there that we want, but we will look. I don't see anything that immediately stands out to me. What about pitchers? I'm always looking for better pitching, right? I mean, some decent names. This is 60, 70, 50. He's pretty good. And he's an extreme ground ball pitcher. Oh, we have no money. That's the other thing. We have $4 million this year and none next. Our revenue per game is down, and our fan interest is down to an 85, even though we've won back-to-back World Series titles. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with our bullpen, frankly. I mean, maybe Valadez Acuna could get replaced, but he was good last year, 1.32 ERA plus. So we're going to run with what we have. And can he go to the minor? Actually, you know what? No, we're good with what we have. We don't need to keep tinkering. So Robinson Pena is going to get the opening day start because Ignacio Feliz appears to be tired. Or is he? Nope. So we are going to get Ignacio Feliz here against the Colorado Rockies. So let's jump in and let's play the game, or let the AI play the game. So we got Tamar Johnson batting leadoff, playing second. Jason Brown at first, bats second. Guy Garibay, the DH, bats third. Jandel Paulino in the cleanup spot, batting fourth. Julio Lujan, the myth, the legend, batting fifth in right. Byron Buxton in center, bats 6th. Jordan Lawler at 3rd, bats 7th. Gabriel Arias, the shortstop, batting 8th. And MJ Melendez, the new Arizona Diamondback catcher, bats 9th. Ignacio Feliz gets the start, 14-9 with a 3.06 ERA a year ago. A 20-game winner 2 seasons ago for them. They've got Jose Devers batting leadoff, playing 2nd. Oscar Aud batting 2nd as the designated hitter. Adrian Williams, who's an absolute tank, batting 3rd as the left fielder. Zach Veen in right field bats 4th. Hector Alvarez bats 5th. At 1st, Cam Collier, the third baseman, bats 6th. Everson Pereira, the center fielder, batting 7th. Nathan Hickey batting 8th. And Alex Ray, the shortstop, batting 9th for Luis May, the former Arizona Diamondback, was 6-6 a year ago with an ERA around 6. So let's see how game at number 1 goes this year with what looks like the best pitching staff I've ever put together in Out of the Park Baseball. So Tamar Johnson leads off and grounds out. Brown grounds out as well. And Guy Garibay pops out to center. Yeah, I mean, it's weird considering how good our offense has been and how bad our pitching staff has been here over the first couple of seasons. That I think this year is going to be the opposite. I think our pitching staff is going to be utterly dominant, and I think our offense is going to be okay. And just as I say that, Zach Veen hits a 3-run homer. Okay, so there's that. We're down 3-0 in the first. An infield single, a walk, and a 3-run homer, and we are down 3-0. We'll see if our offense can scratch together 3 runs against Colorado pitching. Paulino with a leadoff single. Lujan strikes out. Buxton with a base hit to center. Lawler lines out. And Arias pops out. So we get 2 on, but can't do anything with it. And we're down 3-0. Pereira with a base hit. So yeah, Feliz, 5-star pitch. I mean, it's one game, so I don't want to overreact, but yeah, it's a couple of walks now. Wow, he's walking batters. He's giving up hits. It's not been good. All right, so at least he gets out of that one unscathed, loads the bases, but works out of it. Melendez strikes out. Be a bloop single for Johnson. 4 singles in the last inning plus. Garibay strikes out, and we just tie it. Jandel Paulino goes deep to left center field, and we are all knotted at 3. All right, so I got this thing even. Let's see if Feliz can settle down here a little bit now. Pops out to center. Alvarez strikes out. Cam Collier pops out. So there we go. That's a good inning for Feliz. His best inning of the game. Goes 1, 2, 3. Buxton strikes out. Lawler strikes out. And May strikes out the side. Pereira now. He strikes out. And we're losing again as the number 8 hitter, Nathan Hickey, goes yard. Yeah, so Feliz not looking uber sharp here on opening day. 3 2/3, 5 hits, 4 runs so far. And go to the 5th down by a run. Melendez leads off. He strikes out again. Tamar Johnson with a ground out to short. Brown with is that a double down the left field line? Is he going to get 2 out of that one? He is. Okay. Guy Garibay strikes out. Adrian Williams, ground out. Veen with another home run. So that's 3 home runs for Feliz here on opening day. Not great. Not a great way to get your back-to-back championship season underway. So Gunnar Meyer now in the 5th. So we're down by 2. John Olzak against Paulino. Jandel with a bloop single to left. And Julio Lujan ties it up. I love Julio Lujan. We are all knotted at 5. Byron Buxton, he strikes out. Lawler pops up on the infield. And Arias strikes out. So we'll see how good our bullpen is. Hickey leads off. He homered last time. This time he singles to center, so a leadoff hit for the number 8 hitter. Ray strikes out, top of the order. Devers grounds it to short. 6-3 put out. And out is hit by a pitch, so 2 on, 2 outs here in the 6th for their best hitter. And he crushes that to left field. That's going to score at least 1. 6-5 now. Veen walks. Okay, get him out of the game, please. All right, so we give up another run. We're down 6-5. Christopher Sanchez against Melendez, who strikes out. Tamar Johnson with a base hit to left. See if we can keep coming back here. Brown with another double, this time to right. Let's see if Tamar is going to get enough to score here on this one. Nope, he's going to stop at third. So Garibay comes up 2 on with 1 out. Infield in, and he hits a fly ball to left. Okay, well, that'll score Johnson. It gets Brown over to third, and we tie the game. So Paulino now with a runner at third and 2 outs. And did he get enough of it? He certainly did. Jandel Paulino, his second home run of the game. 492 feet for Jandel Paulino. He's having himself quite the opening day. Lujan strikes out, and we take our first lead of the game. It is 8-6 going into the bottom of the 7th, and for some reason, we still have what's-his-name out there. You'd think it would be time to go to one of our stoppers here. Aaron Bummer coming in, and he strikes out Hickey, so we go to the 8th, up by 2. Buxton with a home run. That's home run number 5 in this one. 400 feet for Byron. We have a 3-run lead. Jordan Lawler grounds out to second. Gabriel Arias with his 3rd strikeout of the game. And MJ Melendez draws a walk. Top of the order. And Melendez is caught in a rundown. Let's see how long this goes for. And he's finally out. All right. Fitz Stadler coming in the 8th. This is what I was waiting on. He walks the leadoff man. Strikes out Aud, and that's 2-run home run for what's-his-name? Oh, that was Aud, so we're within a run now. Williams is up, and he hits a gapper to right center field. This is quite the opening day. Back and forth we go. A 1-out double. Veen grounds to first, so runner at third, 2 outs, and Alvarez... base hit to center ties the game. Are you kidding? 3 runs off of Fitz Stadler here in the 8th. Collier pops up to right. We're going to go to the 9th. 9s are wild. 9-9 in the 9th. Jordan Bratato gives up a double to Tamar Johnson. Hopefully it's 3 with that speed. Oh, no, he's going to stop at second. So a leadoff double for Tamar Johnson. And he steals third with no throw. Very nice. Infield in. Brown down the third baseline for a single or double? A double. So 3rd double of the game for Jason Brown. Gives us a 10-9 lead. They walk Garibay to get to Paulino, who already has 2 home runs. Oh, they brought in Bob Scales to pinch, to be a defensive replacement for Paulino. Walks on 4 pitches. Lujan walks in a run. Base is still loaded, nobody out. Byron Buxton with a base hit to right field. Actually, that's a double. That's a 2-run double. 13-9 now. Phillips Valdez with a line drive catch made there at shortstop. Arias, he gets a base hit to left. So there's a big hit for Gabriel Arias. A 2-run single, extending our lead to 6. It is now 15-9. I just get done talking about how our pitching staff is going to be our strong point and our offense is going to be average. Well, We put up a 15 spot here on opening day. Going to be more than that, as I think the run's going to score on that single. It is. It's now 16-9. Guy Garibay, did he get enough of it? No, it's going to stay in the park. All right, so we put up a 7 spot in the 9th. Hopefully that's enough to get us the win here. Strikeout by Stadler, strikeout by Stadler, and a strikeout by Stadler. So Fitz comes in, gives up 3 runs in the 8th, blows the save, then strikes out the side in the 9th, and we win 16-9 on opening day. I mean, say what you want. You know, I mean, Tamar Johnson, 4 for 6, 3 runs scored. Jason Brown, 5 for 6, 3 doubles. Jandel Paulino, 4 for 4, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Lujan with a 3-run homer. Buxton, 3 hits, 3 RBIs. Really nobody pitched well in the entire game. Gunnar Meyer probably pitched the best, giving up 1 run in 2 1/3 innings. But we win on opening day. We put up 16 runs on opening day. Look at all of these awards I got. So, all right. So we win on opening day 16-9. That's going to do it, guys. Sunday night live stream. We will come back. It'll be May 1st, and we will do our mid-season. I appreciate you watching. Appreciate the support. Talk to everybody soon. Bye-bye.